Well, right now I'm with Tom Waltz, one of the creators and helping us get IDW and Ghostbusters together, a perfect blend.
Thank you.
Tell us what's so amazing about this upcoming series.
You know what? First of all, it's amazing that it's even happening.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the Ghostbusters numbers, at least sales-wise, were falling at IDW, and we were worried that we were just going to have to pass the license. We were waiting on the movie news, and we weren't hearing anything, and so it just weren't the kind of numbers that we needed to keep the comic going. So we were doing one-shots, the holiday one-shots. We had done a couple of mini-series, but when I took over the reins, the thing I wanted more than anything was a reason to do an ongoing. An ongoing comic, and I knew editor-in-chief Chris Creel also wanted to do it, but the numbers just weren't there. So the last pitch ever was to throw Ghostbusters into the infestation event that we did last year, and we thought, well, hopefully maybe bringing that element into it will get people to order, get retailers to pick up their orders. Well, what happened was it worked. I mean, it sold out. It was the best reviewed of all the infestation books. Our writer Eric Burnham did awesome work, and so what happened was we. And Kyle Holtz, the artist, beautiful artwork. And so what happened was, my bosses at IDW said, okay, the numbers are there. If we can keep these kind of numbers for an ongoing, we'll do an ongoing. But we need to put something really special together and really advertise this thing. So what we were able to do was get Eric Burnham, the writer for the infestation event, to come on board to write the ongoing comic. And then we have fan favorite Dan Schoening.
He's a huge favorite amongst the fans that go in there and do the interior.
And Dan freaks me out because Dan will redo a page and redo a page for little details that I'll say, who will ever know? But that's other here. I'll know.
Yes, yeah.
I go. I think you're the only guy who does know that that's supposed to be on the desk there.
Unfortunately,
and it's crazy.
And you also have Tristan Jones.
And Tristan Jones.
Talk to me about what he's doing.
Well, I'm with Tristan. Tristan's a good buddy of mine, and I've been wanting to work with Tristan. And as you know, we're doing Turtles at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at IDW.
Awesome.
And we couldn't get him in on that early on, but I asked him. I said, would you like to do some stuff with us in the Ghostbusters? Because he had expressed really, a lot of passion for the fact that we were doing the ongoing, and he just leaped at it. He said that was his dream. And so what we wanted to do was make this comic special. So what you're going to get, especially in this first issue, is 100% content. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give everybody, every issue is going to have 20 pages of the ongoing story written by Eric, drawn by Dan, and then Tristan has what we call the Peacock Files.
Awesome. That is just brilliant.
We were so happy, and he put all that together. I mean, he put all that together from scratch. And so what you're going to see is kind of like this behind-the-scenes look at what goes on in the Ghostbusters.
With Walter Peck.
With Walter Peck, absolutely.
Which is so great. And that artwork is so pretty and just kind of immerses you into that.
And what I like about it is it's just sharp contrast to what Dan does. So it makes, to me, make the world feel bigger, make it feel more expansive.
Well, you've given a world to not just two kinds of fans for Ghostbusters. You got the people that love the real Ghostbusters and what they did with now comic books, and then you also got the people that, they want that kind of gritty Ghostbusters smoking the cigarettes and
that's what we want
hanging out in the firehouse. So you've got both those worlds in one book.
And not only that, what they've also put together is you're kind of giving a behind-the-scenes look at the creative process. So in the first issue, the new big bad, that I won't spoil who it is, what they're doing is they're showing you exactly how they started designing this thing together. Tristan and Dan worked on the design together through to the final design for this bad guy. And then also, anybody out there who has kids, and I'm saying let's say 12 and younger, we're going to have a page where we're going to show kids fan art. We really want to reach out to fans. So in the first issue, it's my daughter, my 7-year-old daughter Natalie. But for moving forward, we'd like people to submit through. You can email me at tomw@idwpublishing.com. Send me artwork that is done by kids, and we're going to include it in the book.
Did you hear that, folks? That is awesome. It is a great marriage, really, I feel, with IDW and fans.
We're happy. And I'm excited. It's a rabid fan base, and we have a lot of rabid fan bases, but I think it's a fan base that's been overdue for something like this, and I think they just needed something to get behind, and so we want to give them something to get behind. And that's a big key too, is people got to get out, order this thing, make sure their retailers know they want it, because if those numbers dip, people will go away.
It's over, right? And I've been seeing like a lot of the incentives you've been given for people, like get your face on the Ghostbusters comic book by ordering. And I've seen some people actually putting in those orders. Has that been strong? Has that been working?
It has been. We had a huge response. We do Godzilla, and we had an incentive where you can have Godzilla destroy your store. So we said, well, that worked. Let's try it with Ghostbusters. And we thought, well, let's see what kind of interest we got. And right away, people were not only asking, hey, can I have it done, but can can I get 3 people on there? Can I get 4 people? So we built an incentive process where, you have to order so many, you get 1 person. You order so many, you get 2 people. So if people said, and most people wanted multiple faces, which would really help workers.
That is fantastic. I can't tell you how excited I am as a Ghostbuster fan, and there is a lot of people out there in this community of Ghostbusters that have been waiting for this. And the one shoots were fantastic, and we were all begging and begging for more, and they gave it to us.
Well,
so on behalf of the community, I have to say, thank you for believing in this license, and thank you for pushing to get it out there into this community.
I'm a fan too. Sometimes there's comics you work on and you say, this needs to be an ongoing, and Ghostbusters needed to be an ongoing. I knew that from the start, and it's in my dream that it's happening, and I hope my dreams are true that it continues on.
Let me ask you this now. I know you have a military background. Right. Does any of that blend into
Talk up a little.
Does any of this blend into your military experience, just kind of seeing the guys in gear? Is any of that a little bit? I'm just curious.
No,
that's all.
That's a good question. Actually, it's funny because I actually relate comics to my military experience.
Okay, I'm just curious. That's all.
But in general, because it's the same idea. Like with the guys, there's that camaraderie, especially with these guys, even more so because they live together. They eat together, they fight together, they play together. But even like in comics, I look at like our little unit we have for Ghostbusters. We've got one guy doing one job, another guy doing another job, and it doesn't work unless everybody's doing their job together and they're all on the same page and doing their best. And so, yeah, absolutely. Plus the gear.
The gear. It's all about the equipment that you're wearing.
It may not be machine guns, but it's guns still.
But you're still wearing an Alice frame at the same time.
That's right.
It's always about 45 pounds.
That's right. Lugging it around. And you always got the Vinkman in your unit that says, I'm not going to bust my boots, I'm going to put them down. There's always that guy. So.
That's awesome. Tom, again, thank you on behalf of all Ghostbuster fans for keeping this going. Thank you to IDW for keeping this going. Thank you for keeping the fans involved. And now we're going to get the kids involved in this.
Yes, definitely.
Which is, that's great news to hear. That's a whole new generation growing up with it.
And this is what we want, that 3rd movie. We need that 3rd movie because if that happens, I think
it'll really blow up for you as a license. And I know it's a lot of license to take on from Sony Columbia, and I know there's a lot of legal stuff that goes into dealing with them. And
but you know what, honestly, I will say this. They have backed us on this ongoing from the start. They were awesome with Infestation, because Infestation was tricky legally for all the places. All the flying through approvals because what these guys are doing is so accurate and so right that they're like, this is Ghostbusters. We have no problem with this. Even Nick's crazy rock and roll covers. They've loved them and
they have been fantastic. They have been fantastic. Well, again, I know you're a busy man. Thank you so much from all the fans, and thank you out there. Thank you. Okay. Thanks.